going on? Welcome to Cadillac Driven and welcome to the live stream as well. I'm glad everybody can make it. We got a couple of people in the house. We already got a thumbs up already. I really appreciate it. Let me know if you can hear me clearly. Let me know if you can see me clearly. Let's go ahead and cut on this light. I know you should be able to see me a lot better. That should be fine. Let's go in and turn it down just a little bit. And there we go, you all. Listen up. Excuse my attire. It's summertime. There's no heat in this room. This is my little studio. So listen, we're here today to react on the Cadillac Lyriq and the media footage we have been seeing thus far. And they have all been really awesome. Now, for those of you all who are going to be watching this on the replay, I want to know your thoughts on what you've seen, what you've learned, what you like and what you don't like about what you've learned about the Cadillac Lyriq. Everybody else that's on here right now, I need for you to go ahead and chime in anytime you get ready. Let me know what you learned, what you like about the car, what you dislike about the car. Did you order the car? Go ahead, just chime in at any given time. I'm going to go over a few things, right, that I want to talk about so far as what I saw, what I learned about the Cadillac Lyriq from all these reviews. I must have watched about at least, I want to say 7 to 8 media reviews. They all were great. I've seen different perspectives from different people, and they all have been awesome. All right, so go ahead, chime in. We're going to talk about the exterior, interior. We're going to also talk about that 33-inch display. And we're also going to talk just a little bit about the charging experience and also the 0 to 60 as well. I think we need to touch on that. And with that being said, let's go ahead. Let's get started, you all. Now, I got my water, trying to stay hydrated. I got my cheat sheet right down here. So I'm going to be referring to that every now and then, right? So all the media reviews I've seen, everybody did a phenomenal job at going through the details about the exterior, interior, and other information that we may not have known about. Now, when we talk about the exterior, right, it's the best looking exterior in the, hold on the market right now. The Lyriq is the best design yet. So we've seen this before. It looks awesome. It looks great. I like the flush door handles. I had an issue with the charging port door just a little bit, right? None of what I'm going to say about the Cadillac Lyriq is going to be a deal breaker at all. Okay, but this is just my thoughts on it. Again, chime in anytime you get ready. Let me know your thoughts on it as well. Now, the charging door kind of has a jump hesitation coming down. I hope that's not going to be an issue later on down the line, but it's not a deal breaker, as I said. Of course, again, from every angle I have seen this car, we got an opportunity to see the car driven. We also got an opportunity to see the true color of this car outside of a studio of some sort. So you really get to see the satin steel. I wish out of all the reviews that were done, because there were a lot of them done, all of them were done with the satin steel color. I would like to have seen the white. I would like to have seen that blue color. I would like to have seen some other colors other than just the satin steel. But that's the only color we've seen thus far. But yet we know that the car is going to look great in every color. Again, I loved all the angles. I liked when the wheel was turned. But I want to talk about the rims real quick. Now, these 22-inch rims and wheels look absolutely gorgeous. Best design that Cadillac has done yet, in my opinion, on any car thus far. So I like the 22-inch rims. Now you got the tires, right? They were also specially made for aerodynamics, for nice airflow across the tires, which I thought was awesome as well. But compared to the 20-inch rims on the all-wheel drive, I'm going to have to do something about these 22-inch rims and tires. I may have to take a hit on the driving range, the range. I think I'm going to have to take a hit on that because these rims really gives this car a nice stance. Now, maybe I need to see the 20-inch rims and tires up close and personal, but I'm liking these 22s on this Cadillac Lyriq. Now, the door handles. Now, I like the flush door handles. I like their signature mark so far as the light design. Of course, I have that on my Cadillac CT6 where the doors light up when you approach the car or when you unlock the car, which looks beautiful. Now, I do like that you push the door handle in and the door opens. What I don't care about, and listen, hit me in the chat down below. Let me know your thoughts on the door handle tab that you pull open on the front. They took a cue from the Ford Mach E with this one, but the Mach E I think also has a button in the back to open up the back door, which I think is weird. I wish they had not put the tab there because you don't even have it in the back. I wish that if they were going to do it, put it in the front and the back, or don't have it at all. I wish they didn't have it at all. Again, it is not a deal breaker. I just thought it was something that was kind of weird that they would take cues, although they was building this from the ground up. They had a clean slate, remember? And they decided to take a cue from the Ford Mach-E. Now, again, it's not a deal breaker, but I wish they hadn't put that there because if the passengers have to grab the door from the back, then why shouldn't we? It's not a bad deal. I'm going to take it, right? So that's the exterior. What do you guys think about that? Because I think it looks absolutely beautiful. I got to see the many reviews being done, people driving the car. I've seen 0 to 60, which we'll talk about in a second. But the car looks absolutely gorgeous out in the sun, in the shade. Cadillac did a beautiful job with this car. Now, I did order this car. I may not get it sometime in the beginning of 2023. Could be January, could be February. I can't wait to get my hands on this one. I'm still looking forward to it. But again, the exterior design is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Now let's chime in on the interior. Now the interior, we all know, looks absolutely gorgeous. Cadillac raised the level on the interior. They're ready to combat like Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Audi. Their interior looks absolutely awesome. I like what they brought to the table with that one. Now, here's what I've learned. Now, when we take a look at and I got the photos pulled up of the 33-inch display, right? I like the look. It looks a little bit different from that of what we have on the Cadillac Escalade. Now, I do like that you can customize the screen. You can't customize the background. They didn't show that, but they showed how you can customize. They showed the lighting. I got to see the lighting display on the Cadillac Lyriq. They also showed they didn't really show the 360. If you've seen the 360 review of the bag up camera, let me know because I use that all the time where you can see the car, you can see yourself parking up against the curb, or if you're in a Walmart parking lot, you can see the total car. They didn't get to show that, so I'm hoping that exists. I have a concern about that one because that definitely allows me to park any kind of way that I want to in any parking lot. So they didn't show that, but there were many things that we didn't go through. So far as the settings are concerned, we didn't go through the Google Play Store. We didn't go through the Google Voice. But what they did demonstrate was, if you didn't see this one, you can cut on your heat and your air conditioning by Google Voice. Now, they didn't show if we can do that via the windows up and down. That would have been nice, right? That would have been at a Tesla level. But again, they have not went deep dive into all the settings of the infotainment center, which I'm going to look forward to later on down the line. Now, I like the display, that knob, that Cadillac knob down on the bottom, right, on the floating armrest. That looks absolutely nice. Now, I've seen where that is, they're allowing you to color that one, right? So far as the color theme is concerned, I thought that was really nice. I just thought it stayed white, but you can change the colors depending on what you're changing the color to on the door panels, or are you going to be changing the colors on the floor? I don't know which one that ties into, but the fact that you can change that whenever you want to, I thought was absolutely awesome. I didn't know that you can do that. The steering wheel, of course, looks nice. I like the layout of it. Everything is set perfectly. I like that they have the heated steering wheel, unlike some EV cars have it inside the infotainment center. They have it on the steering wheel, which is definitely nice because that's where it should be. Now, to open up the glove box, some people don't like this one. I like it. I'm used to it. I have it on the Cadillac CT6. It's an electronic glove box. So they do have it on the display. You can just punch the button and then it'll open up your glove compartment. I do like that. They have many things in here that I found to be convenient. Again, they didn't go through everything. I would have liked to heard more of the Google Assistant and what it could really do. But overall, the display was absolutely nice. I liked it. Now, I got a question for you guys. You got to chime in. Let me know your actual thoughts on this one. Now, I've been looking at the headrest with the speakers, the AKG speakers, right? Um, and I'm looking at the ones we have on the Cadillac Escalade. I like the look of the one that's on the Escalade. I think it has a more premium, more elegant look. But tell me, what do you guys think about the look of the speakers in the headrest of the Cadillac Lyriq? Is it a go, or is it something that Cadillac could have did a better job on? For me, I really don't need the speakers in the headrest because I believe the speakers are going to be enough. Again, it's not a deal breaker. I wish that they had gave it more of a premium look, like they did on the Cadillac Escalade. I know they were trying to do something different. Again, it's not a deal breaker, but I would really like to know what your thoughts are on that one. The other thing is that there's no heads up display. There's no heads up display. I don't know if that's going to be coming later. I watched many reviews. Everyone is saying that there is no heads up display. I don't know why at this price point. Now I'm paying what, $66,000 for the Cadillac CT6, and I have the luxury version, not the premium luxury, and not the platinum model. I have the luxury version. It's the 3.6-liter engine, and I'm paying $66,000 for this car. Now I get quite a bit in this car. I don't have a heads up display, and it's the same price as this Lyriq, and the Lyriq definitely gives a lot, but so does my Cadillac CT6 as well. Now, with this car, I found out we're going to get massaging seats. Those are going to be standard, which I'm grateful for. I've never had massaging seats in the car. I thought that was nice, but I had an opportunity to look inside of the cabin. I was watching Redline's reviews. This guy gets down and just seeing the seat colors, the light shining into the cabin, looking at the dash, because you have the contrast color. I guess that's supposed to be black, but it looks like a dark gray that's really going to be in contrast with the lighter gray of the interior, like the seats. So I thought it looked really nice. It looked really airy. Of course, when they sat in the back seat, it looked very, very comfortable. Also, you got a lot of room. I'm only 5'6", so if I get in the back seat, I'm going to have tons of room behind how I sit, and I'd raise my seat all the way back as far as it can go. I would like to see a night review of the Cadillac Lyriq. I know it's coming. I know we are just getting started with these media reviews, and pretty soon, I don't know the actual date of when people are going to be receiving the debut edition. But when that comes, I know that these videos are going to flow even more so far as deeper details into the Cadillac Lyriq, because there's a lot that's going on with this display that they weren't able to show us thus far. But what I did get to see is a 0 to 60. Now, I know the car pretty much almost weighed 6,000 pounds, right? Which is a lot. It's heavier than the Cadillac CT6. Um, Cadillac CT6 is around, I want to say between maybe 43 and 46 pounds. 46,000 pounds. Um, 4,600 pounds is what I'm trying to say. And it's heavy, but not as heavy as the Lyriq. Now, the Lyriq 0 to 60, they're saying Cadillac's rating is 6 seconds. Is that good or bad for you? When I watched the reviews, I watched a few of them with the 0 to 60 takeoff in different ways on even land, also decline, and also incline, and it is around 6 seconds, 6.0. Sometimes it was 6.3. So it's slow, but yet fast. Of course, the torque is nicer than what I have on my Cadillac CT6, but that's for the rear wheel drive. I'm getting the all wheel drive, and I know the all wheel drive is going to be a lot more powerful at 500 horsepower. This thing is going to be a beast on takeoff. I'm wondering what the range is going to be on the Cadillac Lyriq all wheel drive. We still don't have a lot of information about the Lyriqs thus far, but it's coming. Hopefully, it's coming soon before the debut edition even comes. The other thing is that they don't have rear heated seats as well. That's not a deal breaker. I would like to have had that at this price point. I have a daughter that sits in the back seat, so I'm hoping that the cabin heats up pretty well to warm up that back seat, quite like I can in the Lyriq. I mean, in the Cadillac CT6. Now, they showed a view of what it looks like looking out the rear view mirror, looking into the back window of this car. And they're saying that it's a blind spot. I don't know if it's a blind spot or not. Let me know if you've seen this. What I seen was your view is not obstructed, it's just limited. I got more view, I believe, in the Cadillac CT6 looking in the rearview mirror than I do on the Lyriq. And I've never seen this before, but I should have known with the way that the back glass kind of slopes a little bit. So you don't have that wide range of view looking at the back. But it's something that I never thought about when looking at this car. How was it going to be looking? How was it going to look looking through the rearview mirror? And I don't think it's going to be a deal breaker. I think you're going to be able to see everything clearly. But again, that was something that I didn't notice. You got the back wheels that are, hey, what's going on, JWill? I thought I'd do a live stream talking about the Cadillac Lyriq and what people thought about the Cadillac Lyriq so far as the media reviews are concerned. I saw a lot of good stuff. I saw some things that I wish Cadillac hadn't done. That's not a deal breaker. Nothing is a deal breaker so far as what I saw thus far. I just thought they could have took a different route on some of these things that Cadillac has done. Other than that, I mean, the cabin looks absolutely gorgeous. Again, the 0 to 60 to me, I think is a little bit slow, but considering the weight and the power, because it's what 340 horsepower. It's not like if they had 400 horsepower, 500 horsepower. So I'm waiting to see what's going to happen with the all-wheel drive so far as the torque is concerned. Again, this is not a deal breaker. If I had the rear-wheel drive, I'd be good. I would do it. But I live in the Midwest, so I have to have all-wheel drive. I talked to a person who has a Tesla, and he was saying that he has rear-wheel drive and he doesn't have any problems, any trouble with his car at all. I got to consider the way that I drive my car. I'm late for work every single day, so I'm speeding on my way to work in the snow. I need all-wheel drive, right, for the traction, for the wheel slippage. So all-wheel drive, I would never let go. I would never let go. So yes, JWill, this is what we're talking about today. The other thing we're going to deep dive into, which is another video, is okay. JWill says beautiful SUV for sure, but I take the Escalade luxury over the Lyriq right now, though. But that's just me for the money. Yes, I agree with you. I'm all about the big boy, and I can tell this is going to be the biggest car that I've ever had. I've always driven sedans, JWill, and this SUV crossover is going to be the biggest. I'm going to have to get used to it because it's different for me because I drive my wife's XT5 and I can't get my lean on like I want to. I don't have the comfortability like I do in the sedan. And maybe it's because I've been driving a sedan for a long time, but I do like the feel of the space within the SUV crossover. I mean, it's very spacious. I got more leg room in the Cadillac XT5 than I do in the Cadillac XT6 behind the steering wheel. The rear seats have more room in the back than the Cadillac XT6. So yes, JWill, the Escalade is too big of a truck for me. I could never do the Escalade, just too large. My wife, on the other hand, she would do the Escalade in a heartbeat. Me, I'm going to stick to the Lyriq. I'm going to see how everything pans out at the end of the year, and we're going to take it from there because we have yet, which I wish that we have heard something out of some of these reviews about the.
Luxury car, which is what you expect.
Hold on one
But again,
second.
it was the Cadillac badge, the door panels. Let me start here.
The the pricing, like what is going to be the APR on the Cadillac Lyriq rear wheel drive? What is going to be the lease price for the Cadillac Lyriq? That is yet to come out, and people are about to get these cars. I'm thinking sometime in July, beginning of August, these cars are going to be delivered to these people, and I would like to know what they're going to be paying for it, so therefore I know somewhat of what I'm going to be paying for mine. Do I buy it or do I lease the Cadillac Lyriq? I'm not sure. Now, a couple of things real quick about this Lyriq. Although it's a beautiful car, exterior, interior, they went up $3,000 on the price. I thought that was uh, kind of out there a little bit, but it is what it is. Uh, is Cadillac going to do like a couple of other manufacturers where you will not be able to buy the car out if you lease it? If that happens, then I would have to sit down at the round table because this is going to put more money on the table out of my pocket that I have to consider. Is the Cadillac Lyriq worth buying out versus leasing? I don't know that yet, but I will be looking forward to finding out what this lease price is going to be for this car and what the APR is going to be on this car, considering that interest rates went up. It went up 0.75, if I'm not mistaken. So it's going to take it up. It's going to be costly. But again, I have a wait. Now, the other thing, the last thing I want to talk about is the charge. This is one of the most important things that I was looking forward to hearing about. And I did get one reviewer of the Cadillac Lyriq talk about that with the kilowatt hour battery that we have for what it could take. They're saying that the charge time is possibly going to be 40 minutes. Now, can anybody chime in and tell me what do you think about this while I answer a few chats? Okay, it says the charger door ups pretty weirdly. Yes, it does. And and comment on the other possible low quality components. I don't see anything else but that. Anything low quality on the Lyriq exterior and interior. That's the only thing I've seen that seems kind of weird that it doesn't, open up smoothly like that. JWill says, I've never leased a car, always just buy it. Yeah, I'm trying to get there, JWills. I'm trying to get there, right? I think I'm there when you talk about an investment on leasing a car. And I have to come out with some more thousands in order to do it. But I will make up my mind prior to getting it. I just need the rest of the information so far as what it's going to cost to buy this car outright. Jay Will says, when they went up on the price, I told them they can give my spot to someone else. You were going to get the car, Jay Wills? They still keep telling me I can get one though. LOL. Email and call me all the time. Yeah, yeah, because they know they messed up. Same thing happened to me when I ordered mine. And then I called them back to find out if they were going to go up on the MSRP. They told me yes. I said, how much? They said $5,000. I said, okay, thank you. And then I asked them, I said, that's even though I've been buying Cadillacs from you all for a while. And they said, yes, it's the owner. And then they called me back the very next day and said that no, we will not charge you over MSRP, which I thought was crazy. But I think that's weird. I'm very leery of this dealership now because um, of that. I don't know if they're going to pull something on me later on down the line when the car comes. I am not sure. I did go up to the car lot. I had to take my car up there to get fixed. Come to find out, wasn't nothing wrong with it. It started working on its own. It's like one of the vents didn't work. And so I went out to the parking lot and I looked at a used Cadillac CT6. I think it was like $46,000. It was a premium luxury. And I could see that they added a couple of add ons to the car. So, again, I'm very leery. I think they could possibly try to put some add ons onto the car out the door. And probably hoping that I won't buy it so they can pay, so they can get somebody else to buy the car as well, because I told them I don't want anything else on the car. MSRP is MSRP. I know they'll probably try to do it with the add-ons. I don't know. It depends on the negotiation at the table with me and the wife when we go out to buy this car. I am not absolutely sure what's going to happen, but that's it. But the charging 40 minutes. What do you guys think? Is 40 minutes? Is it is it okay? I mean, is it worth it? I mean, because of course we know the Model 3 has the best DC fast charging. Now, so far as the home charger, the level 2 charger, Cadillac has it, right? Charges fast, both the all-wheel drive and the rear-wheel drive. Beats out even the Tesla Model Y as well. But so far as DC fast charging, which is important when we're talking about hitting the road, being able to go to some of these charging stations. And again, we're gonna do a video on the charging stations. I just found out some information about like EV Go. and Electrified America, and what the experience is going to be when we buy the Cadillac Lyriq and we start to go to these DC fast charging. I should be getting that out by, I want to say, Sunday or Monday, where we can possibly do a live stream and talk about this, and therefore I can find out your thoughts uh, on what you think about the charging with EVgo and also Electrified America. JWill say, yeah, I put my spot as soon as I saw the opening up months ago. Okay. But when it came down to it, I pulled out. I love Cadillac as well. GM period, boss move. Yeah. Yeah. I think JWill, I think Cadillac did a beautiful job with this car. I think Cadillac should have been doing this with their cars in the first place. I think that their customer experience. I think their revenue would have probably not shot through the roof, but I think it would have went up gradually in a nice way. But Cadillac kept taking things away, features away, but yet charging you the same price. Like let's take for instance the Cadillac XT5 came out when the Cadillac XT6 came out, and it still has a 8-inch display. It still has the basic look as it had in 2016. This is 2022. Even the 2023 car that's coming out right now has an 8-inch display so far as what I saw. Now, I did a review on building the car just so people can see for the ones who don't want to get the Cadillac Lyriq and they still want to stay with a nice car, you get an opportunity to see what they offer. Now, if you've never had a Cadillac, then this will be new. But if you had a Cadillac before, like you got the 2020, we got the 2020 Cadillac XC5, and then you're going to go up to a 2023, you would kind of think that you will get some difference, but you don't. So Cadillac isn't really going to upgrade. I don't believe the rest of the vehicles like the CT5, the CT4, the XC5, the XC6. I think their main focus now is going to be on the Cadillac Lyriq and the car that's going to come after that. Of course, like the Equinox that's coming out. I've seen the new beard that's supposed to be coming out as well. I can't say that word, so don't ding me for it, right? And we're talking about the Blazer SS that's supposed to come out as well. Those cars should be a lot more or a little bit more affordable than the Cadillac Lyriq, and they look just as nice. So I'm looking forward to seeing what GM is going to bring from behind the Lyriq. But I also heard about the Lyriq, which I thought was very interesting. That front grille, they're going to change from Cadillac to Cadillac, and I'm thinking like depending on what premium model you get, the grill, well, it's not a grill, but the front end fascia, so far as the lines are concerned, they're saying that those are going to change, right? According to the trim level and the premium level of the Cadillac. Cadillac Lyriq, maybe it's going to be a Cadillac Lyriq 2.0. I don't know, but they're going to change the front end from car to car so far as the Cadillac is concerned. I thought that was nice. I'm looking forward to seeing how they're going to change that. But again, I think JWills, so far as the Lyriq, not a Lyriq, but EV is concerned, I think Cadillac slammed every other EV on the market when we talk about where they went with the design of this car. They went all in with both feet and they created something not just special, but definitely awesome. With that being said, we got Kenneth says, how do you feel about the Celestiq? I like the Celestiq, right? I think it's awesome so far as the sedan is concerned. That's something I drive. I'm a sedan guy. I love sedans. It's just it fits like a glove, right? It fits perfectly. If that was the case, I would get one. But they're talking about the price point could start at possibly about 300,000, right? Uh, I don't think it's worth that. I think they're losing their mind on the price. But there's somebody that's going to sell it. That's going to buy it. They're not going to sell it, I don't think, at a high volume, especially since Cadillac is just getting started. But I believe somebody with money in their pocket will buy it as a collector's item. I don't think somebody is just going to buy it just to be buying it to drive it around. That's just my opinion. JWill says DC fast charging is nice, but the number will vary, I think. Yes, I think it would vary depending on what charger you go to. Now, Tesla has it laid out. Tesla has been building on this for a very, very long time. And I have to say, I give credit where credit is due. They build upon this and they did a really good job with their charging and their charging infrastructure. right? So I don't remember exactly what their charging DC fast charging time is. I think it's around 15, 20 minutes or something like that for the Tesla Model 3 at least. But it is faster than, of course, the Cadillac Lyriq by far when you're talking about 40 minutes of charge. So 40 minutes of charge depends on how far I'm going and how long uh, um, I'm going to have to charge each time I go. Because depending on if you stop at Electrify America, Charge Point, or even EV Go, you're right, JWill. They can vary from charging station to charging stations, not to mention the issues, again, that I'm not going to get into about what's happening with these charging stations with EV Go, Charge Point, and Electrified America. JWill says the interior of the 2023 car should be updated with a new infotainment center. That old system should be gone already. Um, the Blazer EV is going to be nice. The Blazer EV JWill looks awesome, dude. I seen it, the exterior. It really didn't show the interior of that car, but just looking at the outside, I thought GM did a good job with the design. I know it's pretty much a prototype, but I'm looking to see what that car is really going to look like when it's unveiled. And I think it's getting unveiled sometime in July. Is it the 14th or the 17th? I'm not sure, but I know that when they come with it, they're going to come with it. I'm looking to see what the interior looks like because although I love the exterior, I can't get past the exterior to get to the interior. So if I can get past the exterior, which I like, then I need to see the interior. But looking at the interior on the Equinox is not going to be a punk at all, neither J Wills. I think they did a good job on that one. And that one is supposedly going to start at 40,000, no, $30,000 range so far as price is concerned, which will undercut the Tesla Model 3 or the EV6 and the Ionic 5. Um, JR says Cadillac Celestiq will retail for 300K. Yeah, that's a lot of money. First they were saying 200,000. Now they're saying 300,000, which is a lot of money that if I had it, I wouldn't do it. It's not worth that. It looks good, but if you look at the interior, I think the Cadillac Lyriq has a lot more going on in that than it does in the Celestiq. But we got to see past the prototype of what the interior is really going to look like. Um, I don't want to butcher your name. I'm just going to say 744 said Blazer SS all the way. Yes, yes. If I couldn't afford the Lyriq, I would be looking at the Blazer SS all day, not the Equinox, but the Blazer SS. I would do that one, but that one would be based on what the interior space is like because when we do road trips, I don't like people knees in my back because they don't have enough room. So just like my Cadillac CT6 has tons, and I mean even with a tall person in the car, it has tons of room in the back. So that means everybody that's in that car is going to be comfortable, and that's why I buy big cars. Before the Cadillac CT6, I had the Genesis before it became the G80, and it was a phenomenal car. Uh, I think the Cadillac CT6 knocks it out the box, but that's just my opinion. The Equinox is not bad either. No, the Equinox looks good. It looks good. I like the front end design. I like the look in the back. I'm seeing where they're going with what Hyundai is going with their cars now. They got what is it called? Ionic 6, I think it is, that they're coming out with, and it looks nice. I think they're copying off of Porsche and a little bit of the Model 3 when you look at the front fascia and the overall design of that car. So I can't put the link in this description, not right at this point, but I try to find uh, um, the page where I saw this at, so therefore you can see the picture of how it looks. It looks nice, don't get me wrong, but it is not me. Again, I like big cars, kind of like Jay Will. He likes them a lot bigger, evidently, but I like a big car. I like a long car. I like a car that has some room. Escalade just a little bit too big, but I would never drive. For me, like my daily driver, couldn't be something small. And the Cadillac CT6 is a daily driver. I mean, it's a car you could drive every day and feel like you're in a mid-size sedan, and it hit corners like you're in a mid-size sedan. I'm like 30 to 40 miles an hour hitting corners when I'm late, and I'm always late. I'm careful with it, but I'm always late. So yes, that's going to be it for the Cadillac Lyriq, you guys. Again, I thought the Lyriq is definitely a beautiful car. Uh, I'm getting used to the painted the cladding, right? It's polished, but it's still there. I wish that it was fully painted. I don't know the reason for it. Maybe for the aerodynamics of the car, so therefore it helps with range as well. JWills or anybody, do me a favor, chime in and let me know, what do you think the mile range or the range for the Cadillac Lyriq all-wheel drive is going to be, knowing that the rear-wheel drive is going to be 312 miles range. I don't know. I'm guessing 280, no less than 280, 280, 287. I'm thinking, I'm hoping that it is no lower than that. Somebody's saying possibly 290 range. They're saying that we may lose anywhere between 15 to 20-mile range because it's an all-wheel drive. Uh, so I don't know. I'm wondering what that's going to be. That's all that's been on my mind so far. The range. I can't do like 250-mile range. I think it defeats the purpose of having this car. Although my car is going to be a commuter car, I just don't think that 250 at this price point, when you look at other cars, like of course the Tesla Model Y, is somewhere around the Cadillac Lyriq price, and that's why Cadillac raised the price on it. They said we're trying to be competitive with the competition that's out there, mainly Tesla. Um, so I am not sure that I can do 250-mile range on a car. Not at all. Okay, JR says for 300,000, that car better have unlimited battery. Oh, I like this one. And self-driving and self-charging while driving. Listen, yes, for $300,000, right? Now, the Lucid Air. Lucid Air is also expensive. I think it starts somewhere over 150,000. I believe that's what it is. 150, 170,000 at 500, about almost 500-mile range, but it's a sedan as well. I'm looking to get into an SUV. JR says probably 280. I'm hoping that the mile range on an all-wheel drive for the Cadillac Lyriq is going to be 280, at least 280. That's the sweet spot for me. We're going to lose range on either car we get with the wintertime, the summertime, and that's before we even cut on the air and the heat. We're gonna burn through those mile ranges easily, um, and a lot of people are starting to consider EVs. Not everybody, but there are a lot of people. The gas prices being the way they are, and it's being said that we will probably never go back to normal so far as the gas prices are concerned. Some people are looking at this, but they're right. These EVs are a lot more expensive than the ICE cars, and it's going to take you anywhere between 3 to 5 years to balance out what you pay for the EV and what the EV offers you, with not paying for oil changes, not having to really worry about your brakes and your tires, depending on how you drive the car. But it's still expensive in the long run, up front anyway. JWill said, I buy the Blazer EV SS all day, but I still have my reservation for the Silverado EV. If the Blazer is nice, I get it. You got one in for the Blazer, JWill? You got one in for the Blaze. I mean, not the Blazer. The Silverado. The Silverado. Forgot about the Silverado. The Silverado is absolutely gorgeous. I seen the interior. I seen the exterior. I think this one will rival uh, um, the Ford F-150 all day. It's got an elegant look. I like the outside exterior of the truck. Now, JWills, I would drive something like that. Not the Escalade. Escalade, especially the Escalade that's out now, the 2022, 2023 Escalade, too big for me. But that Silverado, I can do. I can do the Silverado all day. If I wasn't able to get, of course, the Cadillac Lyriq. I would do it. I asked my wife about it. Of course, she'll drive it too as well. JWill said, "Yeah, I put it in as soon as it opened up. It didn't cost me much to reserve it, only $100. That's cool. That's cool. And I think $100 you'll get it back if you don't go over the point of them putting it in production. You'll still be able to get the $100 back if you change your mind on that. It was the same deal with me. I found out for the Cadillac Lyriq as well. Once they put it in production and you change your mind after that, then you'll lose $100. But to me, it's only $100, especially if I find something a lot better. But how much is the Silverado EV? How much is that going for? Now, if I'm right, I'm hearing somewhere around the $40,000 range price, which sounds sweet. It's not a bad deal. Something like that, I know I can buy out. What's hard is that with the Cadillac Lyriq, normally I get 10% off the car. I'm not going to get 10% off the car now because they are not giving any incentive, not even to their employees. They will get nothing off of this car. I think that's crazy of Cadillac, especially considering that the people worked hard at putting this car together, but they are not going to give any incentive, not even employee, family, and friends at all. So that makes it a little bit difficult. JR says, I heard these new EVs handle the cold terribly. The battery dies super quick. Um, yeah, they do. And not only do you have to consider weather, uh, um, um, the um, the temperature you're going to be using inside the car, the air, the heat. You also got to consider wind. All of these things play a factor. So when you plan out your road trip, what is the weather like? Do you have a heat pump for the battery, which is good, right? Which helps with range. Also, at the same time, am I driving uh, up in elevation? Am I, driving even? You got to consider all those things before you take your road trip. What is the wind going to be? How many miles per hour is the wind going to be? You have to consider all those things. So yeah, road trip wise in the cold, I'm going to try it because I go see my mom in the wintertime as well. So I only go 5 hours away though. I'm not driving like 8 to 12 hours on a road trip. She's only 5 hours away. So I'm gonna find out, what it's like to drive in the cold and how many times I'm going to have to stop on a 5 hour drive. That's going to be interesting. JWill says there are several versions of 40, 50, 60, and 80. Okay, and 105 for the Silverado EV. Okay, okay. I'm going to keep my eye on it. I don't know when that's going into production. It's probably next year, right? We probably won't see the Silverado out on the road before 2023, right? Um, 777474 says, I wish Biden did the 12,000 rebate, $12,000 rebate. I'll trade in a 1466 so fast. Yeah. Well, I really wish that I had the money. I wish my channel was doing well to the point where I can buy out this Cadillac CT6. It is one of a kind. Cadillac lost their mind when they created and designed this car. It drives beautifully. It looks beautiful. I still do a double take on this car every single day. The design is flawless. When you look at Mercedes, also Audi and BMW, Cadillac slammed the competition out the box with the exterior design. Interior is a different story. I think Cadillac dropped the ball just a little bit, but they still give you a nice ambiance, a nice, comfortable, luxurious feel in the cabin as well, just not to the level of Audi, Mercedes Benz, and BMW. But I don't know about Biden and this 12,000. Of course, people fought against it. They say, we're not ready for that. They don't want to get rid of oil and gas. I think they want to keep with this because that's where the money is. So I don't know. I was hoping they did too because this would have been a nice incentive. And I was hoping they would change it as well. I think it was going to be different from the 7,500 that they're giving to people off the car. It's not off the car. It's off your taxes, which I thought was crazy. It should be off the car, not off your taxes. But If I don't owe taxes, then the $7,500 tax credit that they're giving people, I wouldn't even qualify for. I don't owe taxes like that. So for me, I'm paying regular price for the car. They will say, yep, they are taking orders toward the end of 2023, so to be a 2024 model. That makes sense. So we won't see it to sometime in the spring or fall of next year. You're right. Okay. It says any guy that doesn't look back at this car uh, as he's walking away didn't buy the right car. The car should choose you. Should choose you, not the other way around. I always look back. Hey, JWills. I thought it was just me, right? And I didn't think I was crazy or anything like that. But I love this car. I really, really love the design of this car. It's the best car that I ever bought. And you're right, the car does choose you. I got a video coming up talking about what it's like to live with the Cadillac CT6. So look out for that video because I want to let you guys know what the experience is really like. If you're thinking about buying a Cadillac CT6, it's one of the best cars out there. I have yet to have any major problems with this car or anything all the way up to now. And I've had the car over 4 years. 4 years. Uh, 747 say always. JR says, yeah, I always look back at my CT6. Listen, every day, every single day since I've had the car. So I wonder, is it going to be the same way with the Cadillac Lyriq? I'm quite sure it will be because on the Cadillac Lyriq, same as on the Cadillac CT6, I love the approach lighting. That should have been Cadillac's signature mark on all their cars, right? I think it's something that probably would have drawn people along with the door handles lighting up, which really gives it an elegant looking feel on the outside of the car when you're walking up. Of course, the Cadillac Lyriq, they took it like 5 extra levels so far as the approach lighting is concerned. But if you look at the XC5, the XC6, they took it away. What they did was they put a Cadillac symbol up under where you kick the trunk at, and you have to kick it on one side. On the Cadillac CT6, my 2018, I can kick anywhere in the back, open it up, and I can kick it again to let it down anywhere. I don't have to kick in a particular spot. So when you walk up to the Cadillac XT5 or the XT6, it lights up in the back. The lights, the rear lights, the mirror lights, the headlights, none of that comes on. So they took that away. So Cadillac has broke down their package structure as well. Like some of the things that were normally free, you're paying for now. I got the old side marker lights, right? They redesigned it, which was awesome, right? It's kind of slanted to the side. So when you turn the wheel, this light at the bottom automatically comes on. Well, they're charging for that now with certain cars that they sell, which I thought was crazy. I think it should come with the car, but it doesn't now, which Cadillac, I understand they're struggling for revenue. That's all I could say, because they have steady taken away certain key features out of their cars. Like I have the auto stop hold. I love that feature. When I'm tired from work, I put that on. So just in case I nod and it happens, I'm tired. I walk around all day. I'm working 8, 9 hours a day, sometimes 11, 12 hours a day. I'm tired, man. Sometimes I'm at a stoplight and I nod off. I hit that auto hold and I don't have to worry about it until I hit the gas. They took that away out of the XC5 and the XC. Well, they never put it in the XC6, but they took it out of the XC5, which I thought didn't make sense. JWill said, I wanted the CT6 so bad. Blackwing model. Yeah, that sounds like you. 8 cylinder, all that power. I even tried to get a 2019 or 2020 recently, but those prices are new car prices. So nah, uh, I'm good. I feel you. Yes. And we were talking about this at the job. A guy is looking for a car, a used car, and he's saying the prices are high. The prices are very high. I have yet to look at my car again. When I last looked, it was worth like $40,000 for up to like 43,000 miles on it now. I have yet to see it with 3,000 miles more, but I need to check it to see where it's at because, of course, I'm going to be trading it in. Um, but JWills, the Cadillac CT6 is a dream, man. I'm telling you, this car rides like a dream. Cadillac did a beautiful job, not only the exterior, but also the suspension of the car as well. In the cabin, I love the layout of the cabin. You know you're in something luxury when you get inside this cabin. Um, the instrument cluster, I like the layout of that compared to what we see in the XC5 and the XC6. It has that sports look to it. That was perfect with the theme that Cadillac went with. If you take a look at the mirrors, they got sports mirrors. You take a look at the front end, you got the spoiler effect in the front. You got the quad exhaust in the back. You got this low stance. Cadillac, they did a beautiful job with crossing over luxury with sports. The first car I've seen with that kind of blend. Um, 744 says I was excited when I heard rumors of the XC6 Supercharged. Yeah, I was too, but I didn't think it would come. I seen that car, and I know Cadillac. They're not going to come out with something like that. I have yet to see them do something like that. But with the V models, yeah, But that Supercharged, I thought it was a bit much. I mean, the prototype of it, the design of it, looked like something Cadillac could do, but Cadillac would have to spend a lot of money into that. And Cadillac isn't there. I think they've been planning the Cadillac Lyriq out for a while, and I think they needed all the revenue that they can get to build this car. They said it costs a lot to build the Cadillac Lyriq because a lot of details went into this car. So I'm surprised at the pricing, considering what they're talking about so far as what it took to actually build this car, which was actually a lot. Okay, JWill says I had a 2000. He had a 2020 CT5V. It drove good. I had you driven one. Oh, have you driven one of those? No, I haven't. If so, how was it? I haven't driven one of those yet. But I'm gonna go start test driving some cars, see if I can get these dealerships to allow me to drive some of these Cadillacs because I would like to drive cars. I love sports cars. I love Challengers, Chargers. I do like the ride of them. My preference is luxury. I like a smooth, quiet ride when I play my music. So I'm not into uh, like racing or anything like that. But for the most part, yes. I want to try one. I think I go up to the dealership. I'm gonna give them a call and see if I can, test drive the one without them being with me. And I don't know if they will these days, but we'll see. I'll give it a shot. But I'm quite sure it's fast. But I have sat in a CT5 and I didn't drive it, but it feels like a sports car. I was restricted so far as space is concerned coming out of Cadillac CT6, and the headroom was very low as well. My head was kind of hitting the top of the car, and I wasn't feeling that because my wife was trying to get me to consider that one. But when we sat in it, it was tight. It was it's definitely a two-seater car, although it has four seats on the inside. So no, I have not. I have yet to try that. Um, so the EVs, I want to see that Silverado. But that's it, you guys. Unless you got anything else, the Cadillac Lyric, beautiful. This is the closest that we're going to get to real time. But I was glad to be able to see the actual color of the gray. It has a nice shine. I really love the rims on this car. I wish they came with the 20-inch rims, but they don't. And I really need to see this in person because I think they look really ugly. And I may go out and go ahead and get some 20-inch rims. I know that it's going to take away from the mileage, but I'm okay because the car is mainly a commuter car for the most part. I only work what 10, 12 miles away, and my wife works further, but not that far to the point where she's going to run out the range on the car. So when we get ready to go out of town, that's why we keep it in a combustion car because we know the Cadillac Lyriq may have us stop quite a few times, especially if we're trying to get to our destination. So that's not going to be a big deal getting 20-inch rims. I think I am going to look for it. I think I can get a better price for what they're going to be charging for their rims here. I'll find something else. I don't know if I'll be able to find anything aerodynamic, but I am going to try to find some rims for that car along with getting the windows tinted right away. I will be getting the windows tinted as soon as I get the car. Um, JWill says I had the oh no, that's the same question. We answered that one already. So yes, you all again hit me in the comment section down below later on. Let me know your thoughts on this Cadillac Lyriq. All right, JWills. All right, everyone. Thank you guys for showing up for the live stream. I do appreciate it. We're going to have more live streams coming. Again, we do got a video coming up or a live stream talking about the charging network of the EV Go and what to expect when we get this Cadillac Lyriq in our garage. All right. Uh, Take care, man. I'll see you soon, JWill. Hey, JWill, do me a favor. Leave me, because I tried to find your channel. Leave me a link in the description box to your channel. All right. And with that being said, you all, I'll see you all at the next video. Enjoy life, have some fun, and be safe.